Hello, my dear friends. Uh, so in today's video, we will understand about data types in Angular as well as how to create a function in Angular. Creating a function is very important task in Angular which we have to do when we create our application, build a project, we do that. So the first thing we will be going to do is we will create functions. Creating function functions in Angular. Okay, this is basically so we will create functions. So how what are functions basically? Functions are nothing but these are like methods. As in .NET we use methods. These are also methods which we create and execute our task. For an example, I have a requirement in a project. Uh, I have a requirement like I have a button called as summary. Let us put a requirement like requirement. I will click a button summary. So uh, sorry, summary, not summary, we will click a button like show details. Okay, show details. This is the requirement. So how we can show those details? Basically what we can do here, we will go in our Angular application and we will see how we can show those details. So basically I will just create a function here. So understand this thing that Angular creates different types of functions in component format, and we execute different kind of functionalities using those functions. So I will create a button. Suppose I create a button, show details, Control S, and see here is a button we got. Now we can also add styling, but we are not going to add styling here. Our main topic is to understand the function and event handling in Angular. So how I can handle this through a function? What I will do, I will create a function in the component class. I will create a function. So what I will do here, uh, in Angular we cannot create functions in this way, like function handle handle click. This is a wrong way of creating function basically. This is not syntax is everything. So we will create a function in this way. Just doing keeping it as a name. And now what we will do? We want that when we click on this button, uh, there should we see a pop-up like all details are here, or some text here. So we will do both things here. So first, what we will do here, I want this function, and I want to click on the clicking of button. I want to show an alert message basically. Alert. What I all details are all details. We are only focusing on job oriented only. Job oriented course only. We are not focusing on learning. We are focusing on job security. So all details are here. Just control S, and just when we click it, it's not working. Why? Because we haven't linked this function with that button. We have to link something, we have to establish some link between both. So what is the link? We use a event on click. This is an event, click event, and this is the syntax, and we will name the function here. What's the name of the function? Handle click. Just put it here and just control S. Now it will work. Just show details, click. So all details are here. Okay, so this is basically work of a function. A function is a very important crucial step in our Angular application. Through it we can execute some task in our application, like when I click on the button here, I am seeing that all details are here. When we go into our Angular application like angular.dev, we see that when we click on different applications, we use like single page applications. So this is all about function. Now we can also make function in function, sub functions. So I have shown this like this thing. All details are here. Other thing what I can show here, I can also show a message here. This dot, suppose I want to show a message. This dot message. Now why error it is property message does not exist on app component. So we have to create the property. First of all, we have to create, and we will understand the properties in further. Uh, in next, like after understanding these functions, we will also understand about what are properties and what are data types basically in Angular. So I have to create a property called as message. I will define it. Its type as string is equal to, and I will put a message like uh, details are here. Okay, the requirement is fulfilled now, this message, but we can't see this message currently. Why? Because we haven't shown it on HTML. When I will click, it's not able to see. So this is all about functions. Now if I want to create another function here, suppose I create a function called as summary. Okay, summary function. I will create a function called as summary. Okay, this is a function created. So what we will do here, we will just show a message here. Okay, we haven't done the work from this message. So what I will do here, I will go in there and I will just create like something like paragraph tag and just use interpolation. Okay, we in previous video we have understand about it. Now when I click on the button, we will see the details. Just okay, it's not working correctly. So here we have to keep it empty, and here we have to put details. Once let us check once. Now when we click, details will be executed. This is a logical thing basically. Details are here. If we define it here, it will be defined in the scope in the component class, so it will be executed directly here without clicking the button. This is event basically. Click event only executes once. It doesn't work on like if I again click, so details will be hiding. No, it's not possible. So we have other event. We have 9 type of events like on mouse over, on toggle, on many type of events. So I have created another function called as summary. In this summary function, what I want to show, I want to show some another message. I will create this dot message equal to. See, I have defined one property here and I can use it many times. So I will just like I will software engineer with Angular stack. So just this message I have to show. So how I can show this message? I will not go and just like use this on click handle. I will not do this thing again here. So what I will do, I will call this summary function in this function. What I will do here, this dot summary. And now my summary function will work on the click of show details only. Let us do it other thing like summary details are okay. So this summary function will be executed here. Just click enter and summary details are here. So summary function is also executed. Let us put it as 1. Now see. Okay. So we are basically only showing one message. So we have to just do it as two other message as well. Message 1 here. Use BR tag for line breaking. Now it will work. So summary details are here. So when I click, both they will be executed. Details are here and summary details are here. Both will be executed. Let us try to do it with one message only, checking whether it works or not. So we are seeing that it doesn't work actually. We have to do something different. Some name difference should be there. If I do it as message 1. Now when I see I will click once again. All details are here, plus details are here and details are here. Just go there. Let us close this alert. Let us see what is the basically the problem is coming. Why this is not showing summary details? Let me rename is at message 2. Message 2. Message 2. Summary details are here. So sometime it becomes a UI problem. UI have its own issues. So it's not like our code is correct, complete. Our code logic is correct. So this is a way of handling like many functions. I can also create like many functions like this dot user authentication. Other functions I can also create like this dot user login. Okay, and we can create their functions as like login here, login, and other functions like okay, like user login. Its name is user login, so it will be user login. Other function is like user authentication, so I will also create a function called as user authentication. So we can create many functions. So this was all about functions, how we can call a function. This is a basic way. In interview, somebody asks you about how to call a function on buttons click. So you can do this. You can use this event click and name the function here and just execute the task. This was all about function. Now let us understand about what are properties in Angular. Properties are different from data types. Remember this thing, properties are different and data types are different and variables are different. All the things are different. Let me clear here properties, uh, data types and variables. All these are different. Okay. Properties, data types and variables. Now understand what are properties basically. So let us first of all understand from starting. I have a method called as handle click. I have a function called as handle click, which I am doing from there. I am clicking on short details. I am showing here. So it's UI issue basically. I have deleted all the code, but it's currently showing. Now it will not work. Okay. So this is a handle click. What are properties basically? So properties are nothing. Properties. What are properties? Suppose I do keep it as name, and I will. This name is a property. Remember this thing always. Name is a property, and we will define its type here. String equal to. Just keep it empty. So this name is a property. Now, why we use these data types here? Why we don't use like direct name? Like I can also use it like this way, name. So it will also be good. But why we use string format and like string, int, float? Why we use? Because we need to define them by their identity. Like if this name should be only string. Suppose I want to I do this dot name. I want to call this name, and I just use like 34. This will give me error. This is the basic, this is the logic of TypeScript. TypeScript is nothing but advanced version and safer version of JavaScript. It's better than JavaScript. Now what TypeScript type number is not assignable to type string, means this name cannot be number. Okay, this name can be only string, not a number. So what I will do here, I will just click add name, and I will put name as like Rajiv Gandhi. So this will print Rajiv Gandhi. Not currently it's not printing. Why? Because we haven't shown this name. We have to print this name. So how we can print? Just see the magic. Rajiv Gandhi is printed. Okay. So Angular works. Everything works according to logic. If we don't show the name in here in the HTML file, why? How can we see? Just think logically. How can we see this name? By just doing there? No. We have to define the name here also. That's the thing. What the benefit of property and this is string. So this is a property, this is a data type, and this is the value. Now suppose I do it as like integer, int array 16. So what it type string is not assignable to int array. Okay, so it doesn't work. I have to put it as string. Now suppose I want it will work basically because it comes in a string. Suppose I want to use this uh, name as a, like I want to do it as plus 94, 98. Will it work? See, it worked. It worked with string as well. There is no spacing basically, so we have to put some spacing here. Put some spacing. Yes. Go. See some spacing. So now suppose I want to just use this 98 as a name. How can I use? Just think. I will just give a or condition here, or int big integer. Okay. Now Let us see where is integer. Okay, this will only work in a number format. So I have assigned it as a string as a number. So it will work now. When I will click, it will show 98. Okay. So this is basically, friends, this is basically about properties in Angular. Properties are these. These name is property. Suppose I create a other like message. I define it as like boolean, and I have to define here also. Okay. So we have to basically initialize the boolean. By default, we can initialize it as like true. By default, we have put it as true. But in future, when we use conditions, we can do it as false as well. So when suppose I do it as like this dot message equal to false. Now it will print false. Why it's not printing false? Why? Just think why it's not printing false, because we haven't gave any message here. We have to give the message else as well here. So message, click, and it's showing me false. By default it's given as true, but we have to, when we click it, it becomes false. So this is the logic, this is the power of Angular basically. Suppose I want to use this boolean as string also, so I can put a condition like a string. We can also use this as a string now. So what I can do now, I can do it as like x, y, z. It's not working because it's not in a string format. We have to put it in a string format. Now it will work. Now this dot message, it will show only false first of all. Okay, we have given it here, so let us just define the thing. Just see. Now when we click, see. So this is Angular. This is logic basically in Angular. This is a property. These are data types, and all this. Now we cannot define these properties in a function. Remember this thing. If we try to define, we will get error. We have to define properties on class level in the class. And what does this mean? This is a feature which means that this property belongs to this class. This dot name means this name property belongs to this class. So this is all about properties. Suppose I want to add two numbers. Suppose I want to add two numbers, so I will click. I will create a button like sum. I will create a function called as sum. Okay. Here I want to add some numbers. See how we can add these numbers. I will create a add message. I will define it as number. Plus I will also define it as string so that I can keep it empty. Okay. Now it's a number. I want to print a number. I want to print the sum of 20 plus 30, which is equal to 50. How can I print? I have a function called as sum. I will go and create a button. Create a button let us see our button is created. Some currently it's not working. Some button is not working because we haven't done anything here. Now what I will do, I will call this function here. First I will define two variables here, a comma b. Okay. So I want to add two numbers. I will use click event equal to, I will click the function here sum. I will give the parameters like 20 comma 30. I want to add these two numbers. So now if I want to add these two numbers, currently I just have defined it as parameters. So currently I have defined this button sum. Now I want to click this button. So what I will do here, I will go and I will put as a comma b. Now what I'm giving, a is declared, but its value is never real. Parameter a implicitly has any type. What I will do here, I will simply basically what I will do here, I will simply just declare it as number. B also I will declare as a number, and I will this dot message a plus b. Now this a plus b will be shown as a message. Okay, but we have to take it as 3 tag and use interpolation. Control S, go sum. I have saved this. So friends, we have done a very small mistake. What we have done, we just haven't given some space here, which made a very big problem. Our function was not executing actually. So we have done a big mistake basically. Just save it and see the mistake. Unexpected closing tag button. By this mistake, our application can crash. It can give a problem. Remember this thing. So we have to understand and execute the syntax very properly. Now I just control S, and here the numbers are 20 plus 30, and the numbers are added here, a number, b number, and this dot add message. These numbers will be added. When I click, it will show me 50. Suppose I want 3 numbers. I will add a number new C. Plus C. So, but go to okay. When you go here, you click on the sum number. It is showing me 50. Why? Because we have defined C. We don't define C. Now I define it as like 45. Control S. Go here. Just click sum. It will 95. Oh, so these are properties. These are variables. What are variables? Variables are nothing but variables are these. These are variables. Let a equal to 5. Let b equal to 6. These are variables. Okay, we can define them in function, but we can't define them in class. We will get error. In class, we can't define a variable. We can define a variable in a method, in a function. So this is all about creating our function and calling the function on button click on click using click event. In further videos, we will also understand about other events also, how we can execute those events. So this was all about this is property, these are data types, and these are like variables. This is a feature which is used, which shows that this particular property belongs to this particular class. So this is all about functions and properties and data types and variables in Angular.